I'm so mad right now because I just came back from a really intense fight with my brother. What happened was he started to steal some of my things and hurt me, and that made me really mad. So I did what he was doing to me, and I hurt him back. And well, that didn't turn out too good. But hey, at least I'm still here. That's off topic right now because I need to start my TED Talk about emotions. I wanted to do this because I've always wanted to learn about emotions, and I've always had questions about them, like what are they, what do they do, and why do we have them? And whenever I feel an emotion, I think about them more and keep thinking, and I just really wanted to learn about them. So I hope that I learn a lot and you learn more or just as much as me. Heads up, I just want to tell you that I'm not just going to be naming emotions, but I might be naming a few later in the talk. There was a time that I felt an emotion. That emotion was hope, and I'm going to tell you a story about when I had hope. It was when I was at a wrestling match, and I was losing by 1 point in the third period. My dad put me on bottom position, and I had to escape to win. At that moment, half of me was feeling like I was going to lose, but I still had hope I could win. Then it turned out that I won. Next, at the end of the season, I went up against the person I almost lost to in a tournament, and it was the third period, and it was 0-0. I was feeling like I was going to lose, but I had hope. And I went on the bottom and got up. At the end, I won 5-0. Then I went into the finals. I still had some hope I could win, but I knew I was going to lose. The good thing is, I tried and still did good. Then I felt happy, which is another emotion because I got second place. That was one time I felt an emotion. But for everybody, there are probably many more. And I definitely do have many more. Here's an example of when you might feel an emotion. It is anger, which you may probably have already felt. Let's say if you're ever hit and the nose hard enough to make your eyes water, maybe your skin will go hot, your mouth might go a bit dry, and your pulse may become elevated. You may seem to feel like you really want to hit something back, or if someone hits you, you may want to hit them back. When you do, you might want to shout. But that is literally what just happened to my brother in our fight. And yes, I'm still really angry. Hey, I realized something. That's an emotion, anger. Emotions help describe our feelings, and in a way describe how we are acting at that time. What they do for us is they let us and the people around us know how we are feeling and what our actions and emotions are. Here's something interesting. Emotions are like feelings. The thing is, we can have emotions without feelings. However, we can't have feelings without emotions. The difference between them is this. Feelings are usually when you feel something. But no, not if you get hurt. That's not a feel, but kind of. Feelings, as in you're feeling happy or sad. Here's an example. You're about to start a game, let's say football. Usually you will feel nervous and feel that your stomach there might be butterflies in your stomach, and you might not feel so good. So that is what a feeling is. An emotion, on the other hand, are usually specific. Like if something good happens, usually you have an emotion, happy. You'll probably have a facial expression to that. Going back to before the football game, your emotion in that situation would probably be nervous. Have you ever heard the expression, I have butterflies in my stomach? That is because you're nervous. They are feeling the butterflies. Here's a smaller thing. Well, kind of. Just listen. Feelings are usually when you feel something, like if you're doing something good happens. The emotion would be happy and you're feeling happy and cheerful because something good happened. It isn't just the emotion that you're feeling. Emotions are usually your natural instinct to something and how you're expressing that instinct or thing you're seeing, etc. There are many different kinds of emotions, and if you wanted me to name them, you'd probably take more than a fourth of this talk. But there are several that you probably know, and if you don't, you should know. They are joy, surprise, fear, disgust, anger, contempt, and sadness. For almost every emotion, we have a facial expression. Here's a diagram of the facial expressions for the 7 basic emotions. And for the 7 basic emotions, they lead up into a secondary emotion. What is a secondary emotion, you might ask? Well, they're like cause and effect. It's when you have an emotion, and it could be an emotional reaction to another emotion. Let's say you're really mad at your sibling because they stole your toy. Then maybe you might feel anger. Next, your sibling breaks that toy because they don't like it. Maybe you're feeling enraged. Well, that is a secondary emotion. Usually when you get a secondary emotion, it comes from feeling the emotion even more. Kind of like the emotion's growing into another emotion, or is getting bigger. Most of the emotions we have are positive emotions or negative emotions, like joy and fear. Our emotions are from the synchronization of neural networks all throughout our brain. Do emotions change our thinking and our thoughts? Yes, they do. Our emotions have a power over our thinking. Here's an example. If we see a dark alleyway, our first view of the scene is always centered in our emotions and thinking. Then we feel an emotion. We usually have a thought that has to do with it, such as how the situation looks, or if it is good or bad. First of all, the fact that we have emotions is helpful and good. Back to what I was saying, is sometimes we have no time to think and emotions take over, and in a way think for us. Then we get a good thought about something relating to the emotion. Do we really need emotions? Yes, but to be more clear, why do we need them? Why do we need emotions? Here are a few quick reasons. Emotions help us take action to survive, strike, and avoid danger, to make decisions and understand others. In all, they help other people understand us. Sometimes other people's emotions affect our emotions. Let's say if one of your friends has a fearful emotion, which makes them have a scared face. They'll probably warn you. Then you might be looking out for something scary, something dangerous. Ah! A monster! Help! Good, it's gone. Sorry you had to see that. I hope you didn't get scared, like me. I just realized something. Right there I had an emotion, fear and surprise, because I didn't think that was going to happen. So I was really surprised. I had fear because that was really creepy. Ah! It's back! Leave! Whatever! I don't want to see you! Go! Oh, good, it's gone. Now, why we have emotions? We have emotions because, one, if we didn't, there would be a lot of things we couldn't do, and a lot of things that people around us couldn't see. We also have them to survive. What they do is when we have emotions, we get a feeling about something. Then that feel makes us think about that. So if we can go closer to or away from the thing you're seeing, if there's something you're seeing, or if you should keep doing or not keep doing the thing you're doing. Another reason is to react quickly, make us move quickly. Here's an example. Back then, if we didn't have much self-defense, and if you were faced with a tiger, what your emotions would do is you'd be filled with fear that would trigger your blood, instead of just sitting there watching everything happen. Thank you, and bye.